Hello y'all, this is Reed with LCA Magic. I am here to give you a bit of an update on the LitBrown Creator Assistant, which is the tool that I use to do all of my video editing and schedule management and all that sort of fun stuff. So for the uninitiated, I used to have a collection of scripts and random things that I used to do all of the legwork for all the videos behind the channel. Those became unmaintainable, and I decided that it was time for me to put everything into a proper program, and that is what I am going to be showing you updates on today. I have already done work on a couple of things, and you can see that in the previous video. But for today, I'm going to show you a couple of updates that I've made. First off, it looks a lot different. It looks a lot more professional, I would think. Thank you very much to QT and PySide6 for enabling that. I've got integrations with all sorts of platforms now. YouTube, Twitch, Patreon are fully integrated. I also have a Moxfield integration. I'm working on an OBS integration. And I have a Scryfall integration that I will be showing you in just a little bit. So the schedule tool has been updated a little bit. This is the tool that I'll be using to schedule live streams. Oh, and before I forget, this tool is now free to use for everybody underneath the terms of the GNU AGPL. So if you are interested in perhaps making a Magic the Gathering a channel of some sort, like the one that I've got, then you can use this software to help you manage that channel. It's free to use. Just download it and run it. It's certainly not in a stable state right now. I can't recommend using it as it is right now. But you know, if you would like to try that out at a later time, once it's more finished, then you are more than welcome to do that. So let's go ahead and walk through creating a live stream or two. I am going to, well, I call them multicasts because this tool supports both streaming and recording at the same time. So let's add a new multicast. And you'll see that it fills in a little bit of information for me already. Let's go ahead and make this for here. And I'm going to go ahead and put a title hook and a testing description. And we are now going to add in a Moxfield URL. And I'll show you what this does in a little bit. We'll go ahead and add a new one. Modern for Stasis Prison, and all of these variants and stuff, that's all configurable in the configure tool. I'm not going to go into detail on that today. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Test and Stasis. Wow, Stasis. And once again, we are going to add a deck URL. Notably, this tool does support an arbitrary number of deck URLs. So if you are doing one stream, multiple deck lists, then it would support that just fine. So we're going to go ahead and preview what the schedule will look like. It is going to make contact with Moxfield and Scryfall and pull all the information that you're going to need. And it will spit out this lovely, it's not quite an image. This is a web page that I created specifically for LCA Magic. I customized it, I put the eyes in and stuff like that, and then I plugged that web page into LCA. So LCA comes with an asset that will make images in this vein. It's just that the asset is, well, the ass. So if you want to be making your own asset to plug into LCA to make stream schedule little promotional images like this that are more closely aligned with what your brand is, then you are more than welcome to do that. There's it's plug and play basically. So this all looks good. Let's go ahead and save that, and we are going to review some details. And I will in fact show you that that is what happened here. Let's go ahead and open this guy with my photo editor. And sure enough, this is an image 1024 by 1024, nice and square. You can post this to YouTube posts or YouTube community tab or whatever they call it. The tool will not be able to do that for you because specifically the community tab on YouTube is something that YouTube does not maintain a public API for. But the tool will be able to, for example, eventually take this image and automatically post it to Reddit, to Twitter, to a channel in a Discord server, stuff like that. But now we need to go to the details for each individual league. It looks like these leagues do not have thumbnails. So let's try and fix that. This title and this template, description here are both being made with templates that are configurable in the configure tool. You'll see that it made contact with Moxfield. I have it configured to only pull the deck list name from Moxfield and then link to the deck list here. But you can configure this tool to just dump the deck list in the description for you. And you can even integrate it with Monopool. So it'll make a Monopool link that'll take your users to Monopool. But let's go ahead and launch the thumbnail tool. Oh, that's my Max getting in the way. Give me a minute. There we go. And this is the thumbnail tool. It operates on a very similar principle to that kind of plug and play thing that I was showing you earlier. This is a web page. It's just a web page. It is a custom asset that I plugged into LCA. If you want to make your own to have thumbnails that look the way you want them to look, then you can do that. But for now, I am going to use my Fate Seal profile, and I'm going to have all of these little knobs. These knobs are all configurable, so you can add knobs, remove knobs according to what you want to do. You can export and import profiles if you want to work on one of these templates for somebody and then send it to somebody else. But for now, I think let's go ahead and just make a lovely default thumbnail. Channel default. And let's make that text nice and big. And this is a channel default for streaming. And yeah, that looks pretty much good. So I am going to try and show you how this works. But I'm going to... I'm going to save this thumbnail. And you'll see that it popped up down here. And now the schedule tool sees this thumbnail and it's going to use it as the channel default thumbnail. And in fact, both leagues are using this as a channel default. You can make some edits. You can set it as a series default. So for example, if you run leagues, then you can have a default streaming thumbnail for all of your leagues. And that'll once again be sent up here. I guess I should edit that to be league default. So let's save that. And that gets updated. Or if you want to do variants, then you can do that as well. I have mine structured in this way. If you want to structure your content differently, then you can do that. Go ahead and save that thumbnail. And as you see, it got updated down here. In fact, I'm going to change the hue on that, so it looks slightly different. Oop, did that not take? Interesting. Oh, there we go. It just took a little bit to update. That's fine. But yeah, we've got default for series here. We've got default for the variant. How about we make a thumbnail for the multicast itself? League number 1. So you can do practically anything in this. Anything that you can put into a web page, you can put into this here. So that means that you have a lot of automatic image editing capability at your disposal using CSS, SVG, stuff like that. And you can even do stuff like render SVG on the fly. You can have an HTML canvas and use JavaScript to draw onto it if you want to. And that's actually something that I'm going to be using myself, potentially to get some curvy text going with weird boundaries on it. But for my own thumbnails, I like to keep it relatively simple. You've got text on the top, you've got text on the bottom, and then you have your various magic cards in the middle. Taddy99 recently 5-0'd, not 5-0'd, got first in a challenge, actually. Congratulations, Taddy, for first place in a challenge with Lantern Control. So if I were to make a thumbnail for something like that, it would probably look something like this. Cool. That is a little bit of a bug. I'm going to have to address that, I think. I don't want this on a different line. I'm going to leave that for now. I'm not going to fix that on in the middle of recording a video, but I will be fixing that. I understand why it's doing that at the very least. It's just going to be slightly annoying. All right, so what cards did Teddy use? He used Underground River. And this little widget here will make connection with Scryfall. And it will pull up all of the printings for Underground River, and you can choose between them. He also used Harbinger of the Seas. You don't have to necessarily search by card name either. You can search by any query that you can put into Scryfall. So Blood Moon is an option, but he is playing Harbinger of the Sea, so let's go ahead and pull that up. And of course, Lantern of Insight. That's really going to bother me. I'm going to have to fix that. But for now, for demonstrative purposes, I'm just going to continue. And the background art is, of course, going to be Whir of Invention. Maybe I'm actually just going to do this for today. There you go. That wasn't terribly hard to make, was it? You just develop a template, and the thumbnail tool lets you fiddle with all of these little sliders and buttons and doodads, and it spits out a thumbnail. You hit Save Thumbnail, and wow, would you look at that? This is the thumbnail that is going to be uploaded to the internet. So let's go ahead and finalize and review publishing settings. So I have not released anything to... I have the option of releasing streams to various membership tiers, like channel membership tiers. So, for example, for my channel, I will not stream tournaments publicly. I will only stream them to channel members at Anger and above. And LCA has things in place that let you do that. So I am not going to be messing with that today because Patreon specifically is really on the struggle bus with their API, and their API is just in horrid shape. So their API allows you to schedule lives on Patreon only if they are publicly available. If you start restricting live streams to membership tiers, then their API is going to give you some trouble. And there is an error with Twitch that I will show you in a second, but let's go ahead and publish schedule. It's going to run all three of these at the same time. And sure enough, Twitch only allows affiliates and partners to schedule non-recurring streams. Try again when you reach affiliate or partner. And I am neither of those things. But you saw that Patreon was successful and that YouTube was successful. And I can retry this if I want to. It's just going to spit out the same error, whatever. And now I'm going to show you what the results of that were. Yes. So this is what I see. And you see that it is scheduled for the day and time that I told it to be scheduled for. And it is using the thumbnails that I told it to use. The descriptions and the titles are what I asked it to use as well. See that? That is a link to a deck list in there. And I'm going to attempt to see if I can pull the same thing up on Patreon. So I'm going to go to Patreon and check that. I'm not going to even bother checking the other one. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, so I have a testing stream scheduled for August 16th at 8 a.m., which is exactly when I said to do it. So I hope that you have gained a little bit of an understanding on how the schedule and thumbnail tools of this program work together to schedule things for you. I think that this thumbnail tool specifically is extremely powerful. It's going to take a lot of upfront effort for a creator to make a template that they really vibe with, that they really like. But if you make that template, then you no longer have to put in any significant effort to make a thumbnail ever again. It's all just creative decisions. It's, do I want to go blue for this blue whir list? Do I want to make it look a little bit more purple because the purple of the Lantern of Insight is really nice? Like, it's stuff like that that you're fiddling over. And I think that it's going to save a ton of time. So next up, I am going to be working on the multicast tool. This is a tool that will allow users to record and set up the other tools for success. It's a little bit more complicated than that. Like, one might think, yes, you can just turn on OBS and record your screen. And that's true, but the LipRound Creator Assistant will eventually support automatic editing, automatic rendering, and automatic video publishing. The entire chain can be automated. And in order to get it to the point where you click end stream and then tell LCA, make a video out of this, and it just spits out a video and puts it on the internet for you, which is how my videos work, with some margin in there for human editing, which is, of course, always going to be necessary for any video, and I'll go over that later. But you need to be able to set that process up for success properly, which is what the multicast tool allows you to do. It will allow you to record in kind of a managed environment and also manage things related to a simultaneous live stream or multiple simultaneous live streams on top of that recording. And that's going to be a much more complicated process, and I will be getting to that later. But for now, this is kind of the spirit of the tool. It does things for you so that you don't have to worry about them. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I appreciate it. I am going to continue working on this tool. I'll have more information for you once that multicast tool is up and running. And I will see y'all later. Take care.